Call hello Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rukakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone of Ruel. I am not a member, however, I've entered into their labors. Peace and mercy to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. And this is another quick one. As we march into a a false new year, because who really knows what time we are in exactly? All right, the calendar's been changed, right? This devil, they seek to change times, and we done went through a Gregorian calendar, Julian calendar, who knows? But when we march into this false new year, I think it's worth mentioning that all of us, and of course I aim at myself as I preach this, but as well, I put my sword, or turn my sword to myself first as I preach these things, or put these epistles out, and it's prepare for loss and prepare for suffering. But the balance of it is that there's beauty in it, because the crazier things get, the more miracles we're going to see, the more things that we are going to see happen that weren't even written in the Bible. Because what does Yahweh Shai say? These things and greater ye shall do. Let's see. All right, this is John 14 and 12, or 11 through 13. I'm going to get this right here. Okay. Believe me that I am the Father, and the Father is in me, or else believe me for the very work's sake. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, he shall do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. Right? So there's what you do. You got something to look forward to. Although these worldly things that we may lose, whether it be a dearly loved one in the world, your mother, your father, brother, sister, whatever, grandma, or you have a loss of some of your income, or you have a loss of a home, or whatever it is, remember. And again, I am preaching to self, because I don't think some people truly understand what it feels like to lose on a grand scale. And it can, if your faith isn't intact, if your integrity isn't intact, it can rock you. It can cause you to fall out. And if anything, if you do fall out, that was just your lot. And I pray that ain't my lot. But if it's yours, I'm sorry for you. I'll see you on the other side, prayerfully. All right, that we are not of that number that will fall out at the very, endured all this, and then at the very end of the last hour, we fall out because of something, we lost, or a family member that we lost. If you have any understanding in this thing, you do know that whatever loved ones we may lose, it is only on this side, and there's better, there's greater later, except the later isn't as late as we think it's gonna be. Okay, so I want to start backwards. Actually, I'm going to do 1 Peter 4 and 1. All right, just to set the tone here. All right, for as much as then as Hamashiach has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin, meaning like you can overcome that. And Slaki, I lost my train of thought because another precept came to my mind. But the one that's the most blaring obvious is that the servant is not greater than the master, and Yahweh Shai suffered to the utmost. So none of us are being nailed to a cross. So I think that we ought to find joy that Yahweh Shai did that, and be thankful and be grateful, and we ought to walk in the Spirit as best as you possibly can. Walk in the Spirit. I'm gonna say it again, as best as you possibly can. Fine-tune your walk, fine-tune your faith, fine-tune the way you think, fine-tune your fighting within the Spirit, because these things, these thoughts, these things that are just not of you, that are not of righteousness, will creep in and have you doubting, and have you leaning a certain way that you don't need to lean, when you should truly be anchored within, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because he has taken us through many things. And I don't know anybody's walk, but I know that there is nothing new. There are no new sufferings. It just happens to be new to you at that point in time. And that anchor should be firmly in the ground, that you will not waver. And since we're there, we'll go to James 1, which is one of my favorite things to read here, man. And I'm going to start at the top because it says 12 tribes scattered abroad. James 1 and 1. The James, servant of Yahweh and Lord Hamashiach Yahushai, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greetings, my brethren. Count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh that give to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, you see. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushai. And a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Let the brother of low degree rejoice and is exalted, that he be exalted. Okay, but I'm going to skip to verse 12, because that's something I wanted to grab as well. Blessed is the man that blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God, for God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempt he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when the lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Right? So we got to do our best to stay on point and in line with these scriptures, being under the proper vibration. Like I said, make sure your faith, honing in on your faith, leaning on Yahushua more and more, leaning on what you've written, or the videos you've done in the past, right? If you do that, all the things that you've preached, you have to live them. You have to live what you have preached, and you have to live what you hear other brothers preaching. You have to live that. You have to line your life up the way the blueprint is being given to you freely. It's crazy. You have, in the midst of your enemy, behind enemy lines, you can just grab this supercomputer in your hand and look anything up and help you. It's a beautiful thing. It helps you stay on point. Okay, but on the flip side of that, it can, we fall, you can fall, and you will fall, but you need to get back up and you need to continue to fight. Okay, and all these things will prepare you for what's coming. Okay, whether it be a great loss or a small loss, all the way, all the way up into that hour of temptation. But we are going to see some things. We're going to go through some things. You are going to experience hurt. And anybody telling you that you're not, you need to be wary of them. You need to rebuke them and stay far from them. Mark them and stay far from them. They are liars. All right, this is, I mentioned the no new temptation. All right, so we'll go to 1 Corinthians chapter 10. Damn it. What did I get? Verse 13, I'm just going to get straight to the point. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may also be able to bear it. Okay, so the Lord is fair. He is just. All right, there is mercy. You can read through mercy throughout all of these scriptures. And more importantly, or not more importantly, but just as importantly, you can look and reflect upon the past times in your life, and you can see that the Lord has been merciful, especially because now you know what you know in this truth, that you were spared. You were covered, even though you didn't deserve it. We didn't deserve it, should I say. Okay, and then I'm going to end it on Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus 2, verse 4. And then that'll be it. Just something that I wanted to put on, whoever happened to hear this, put on your mind. Put it in your mind, especially if you're walking in this truth, that 2025 is going to be an interesting hell of a ride. And although we will suffer more, we will experience more loss, we will also see more joy, more miracles, more indescribable, inexplicable acts of faith and what am I trying to say? Divine intervention, so to speak. Let's put it with that. Okay. All right, here we go. Did I say 4? 2 and 4, not 4 and 2. Had it backwards, and this will be it right here. Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 2, verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. All right. So it easier said than done, of course, but be ready to lean heavily, because there is no way out. You cannot make your own way. If that was the case, all of this would be void, especially the sacrifice of our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai. And again, I aim this at myself, and I pray that whoever happens to hear this, that you are truly edified. And with that being said, shalom.